Some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club. Same people who own the labels own the prisons.
Literally the same people?
Literally the same people who own the labels own private prisons.
The seminal gangster rapper, Ice Cube, has been stepping on the Illuminati's tail ever since he stepped into the industry. Alongside his ally, the talented actor Jamie Foxx, Ice Cube has fearlessly ventured into the shadows of the entertainment world, unmasking hidden agendas and exposing the covert influence of the elusive secret society.
The system is f***ed up. It's just designed totally.
O'Shea Jackson Sr., better known as Ice Cube, has always stood out due to his iconoclastic approach towards the entertainment industry. Cube has stood against promoting the predominant narratives and has given voice to his own organic thoughts on a diverse set of topics, from music to politics. Well, Ice Cube has always had a me against the world stance against the Hollywood elites. He has repeatedly rebelled against the controlling industry and stood his ground, irrespective of the consequences. More recently, fans have interpreted the cryptic messages Cube has been sending about Jamie's situations. Ice Cube's shocking revelation points to Hollywood's hidden agendas behind Jamie Foxx's cryptic crisis. You might remember that the Power Project actor was taken to a hospital after suffering an undisclosed medical condition while filming his new film with Cameron Diaz. However, there were some rumors of it being a stroke, which were never confirmed or denied by the concerned party.
Jamie Foxx suffered a very serious medical emergency that...
True to form, Ice Cube exposing those it seems are behind Jamie's hospitalization. The rapper recently went online to reveal the truth about these gatekeepers of the industry. He revealed that they are the undercover main line of force that is responsible for keeping everyone in check without raising a suspicion. What people don't realize is that the gatekeepers seem to be responsible for much more than keeping the existence of this club out of the public's eyes. So, it is not out of the realm of possibility that Jamie's current medical emergency was somehow related to these Hollywood elites, especially after the stunt Jamie pulled when he revealed details about the scandalous parties.
And I look up and I see Dr. Ruth. I don't know if you know who that is. That's the lady. The I see Dr. Ruth. I said, Miss Ruth, could you please come over here? This guy by the name of Sean P. Did he come?
Well, as Jamie Foxx faces a mysterious medical emergency, questions arise about the potential connections to Hollywood elites. Could his recent disclosures about scandalous parties have triggered a dangerous reaction from the industry's hidden enforcers? Delve in deeper with us as Ice Cube takes on record label Moguls, unearthing the dark web of Hollywood and the enigma surrounding Jamie Foxx's plight. Ice Cube versus top record labels Moguls.
But it was an undercurrent in the industry of people who, thought that our records was too hard. But the artists are getting lost in auto-tunes, and, now that you have an AI computer, I think people don't want a computerized rapper no more. I mean, I never supported Trump or Biden. I never asked to speak to the Republicans or the Democrats.
Ice Cube has been a maverick in the music industry since his amateur days. He started his career with the group NWA. They were an American hip-hop group formed in Compton, but they were ruthlessly deviant from typical industry standards, especially since they released their debut song, Panic Zone, in 1987. Ice Cube's debut album with NWA, Straight Outta Compton, was too raw and intense for radio play, but against the odds, it still managed to become the first gangsta rap album to go platinum. Growing up in a tough neighborhood plagued by drugs and violence, Ice Cube faced racism and brutality firsthand. When he got the chance to express himself through music, he fearlessly addressed racial inequality and police brutality, refusing to let those crucial moments slip away. But his fearless antics rubbed the higher-ups in the wrong way because this injustice was actually what ran their business. Apparently, in one way or the other, the police played their role in the Moguls' agenda.
Not the other color, so police think they have the authority to minority. minority.
Now more than 30 years after the song came out, Ice Cube still holds his opinion tight. According to People, Ice Cube, now 54, says that the topic is relevant today, even though it's talking about things that happened 20 years ago. His take on the controversy over police treatment of minorities quotes, "We got to hold these officials, authority figures, and officers accountable when they break the law. No more trying to hide it, cover it up, or excuse it. The solution is to put body cameras on all these police and make it a federal offense to tamper, erase, or obstruct the camera and the footage. Then we'll see things start to slow down." Evidently, Ice Cube is one of the very few celebrities that have been outspoken against all the injustice taking place in society. Fans believe that it is rather praiseworthy that Cube has been speaking out against several social issues that are mostly ignored by many other A-list celebrities. One of them commented, "Good, this is exactly what we need. Someone with status, money, and a platform to speak up about the truth, especially to the black community. They need it desperately because they're being manipulated from every angle." Despite being a newcomer to the industry at the time, Cube had the guts to reveal the dark dealings of the record label mafia in front of the camera. Cube took it upon himself to expose the industry's most guarded secrets to his audience, raising awareness. This was what he did in an interview with Bill Maher. There, he revealed that the record owners in the music industry have been knee-deep in the private prison businesses.
Literally the same people?
Literally the same people who own the labels own private prisons.
According to Cube, they have been manipulating the music to compel the younger generation to commit crimes. The thing is, if you think about it, that could also be a plausible explanation for the rising crime rate among youngsters nowadays.
The records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry.
It doesn't take a genius to realize that Ice Cube may get in trouble sooner or later for daring to expose the industry, but we know that the fear has never held Cube back from expressing his opinions. Unsurprisingly, Cube has also expressed his controversial opinion on the taboo identity of the culprits behind the demise of Tupac and Biggie.
I think Tupac might have got killed by a dude that they had an incident with earlier that day, but Biggie's seems a little
JFK.
governmental to me.
Based on Cube's statement, we can infer that the industry has been designed to use the younger generation as fodder to monetize crimes. Thus, when the youth are out on the streets committing crimes, the Moguls exploit their traumatic emotions to build their empires.
People at the top of the music industry and the people at the top of the media industry, they own stocks in private prisons, so it benefits them.
Cube's claim was further backed by Crazy Bones' testimony. He revealed that a close associate of his was in a contract with one of these private prison owners. Despite being involved in the music industry, the victim left after discovering the truth behind it.
These plans come into play, come to a reality.
Over 2 decades.
He sat back and was like, wow, they really pulled it off.
Another dirty aspect of the media includes the twisted euphoric reaction behind black violence. A media insider revealed that black-on-black crimes are really fascinating to the white population. And as twisted as it sounds, the music industry moguls use their own race to sell gangster rap to the white majority.
Why there are so many white fans of gangster rap? You know, any music you can think of that is on violence between black youth in particular. There's a whole bunch of non-black people who love these, these musics.
The rap industry has been deteriorating day by day in front of our eyes. Criminal boasting has become an integral part of every pop song that reaches our ears.
But it turns out that this clout-seeking and bragging on their songs may actually be way more than that. Not all of them try to hide the things they've done, including committing the serious crime of
An industry insider reported that youngsters are easily deceived and misguided when they are supplied with substances and other forms of pleasure, but their euphoria comes at the price of their own lives and peace of mind. The insider is also convinced that youngsters are the primary target for promoting the inhumane side of these businesses.
A rapper, they get drunk and they get high and you just give them drugs and they just do their thing. But what does that do? Beat up on each other and glorify criminal behavior because that puts them in prisons.
and we own the privatized prisons. So we're making money on the front end and we're making money on the back end.
Reportedly, Cube had cracked the code to the Illuminati's scheme when he released his song, Why We Thugs. If you listen closely to the starting lyrics, Cube spells it out for us. He raps, they give us and drugs, then wonder why in the thugs. They want to count the slugs, then come around here and with us. They give us and drugs. They wonder why in the we thugs. They want to count the slugs.
They give us they wonder why we thugs.
Ice Cube versus Hollywood.
I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with.
Ice Cube has been at odds with the Hollywood community since before his career took off. Recently, Cube went online to reveal some disturbing information about the Hollywood elite's secret society. This society has been in the rumors for a long time now, but its existence has always been debated. Ice Cube's online testimony confirms it, although Cube claims that he is not part of it.
The club is what makes them so mad. Is when you don't want to be a part of their club.
Even though Cube has not been in contact with any of the active members, he completely believes in the organization's existence. I don't know one, none of them. None of them tell me, hey, I'm Illuminati. I don't participate in any of that, so I don't know about it. Seems like it's there, but who knows? On a side note, many might not be aware that during the shooting of the Jamie Foxx show in 1997, Ice Cube and Jamie Foxx formed an unbreakable bond, their camaraderie shining through on and off the set. Their friendly rapport brought laughter and a sense of comfort to the show, as their like-mindedness reflected on their characters as well.
This is the West Side Connection, man. West Side Connection. Y'all didn't even call me and let me know y'all was coming down, man. This is Mac 10 Inglewood, always up to no good.
This deep connection extended beyond the set, as Ice Cube's heartfelt performance for Jamie's 50th birthday showcased their mutual respect and the genuine friendship they shared throughout the years. The birthday boy was on stage for most of the performances, which included Cube's Gangsta Gangsta, Luda's Move and other 90s and 2000s hits, oldies but goodies, in 2017. To add to that, Fox has also gone above and beyond to appreciate Cube's work. It would not be wrong to assume that if Jamie Foxx were in charge of handing out film awards nominations, Straight Outta Compton would be headed straight for the Oscars. The Annie actor did not hold back on expressing his enthusiasm for the film, and candidly asked the audience, NWA had the courage to stand up and be themselves, and against all the controversy. I respect that they made a mark not only with the song about law enforcement and brutality, but the fact that it's making a difference today. I appreciate you, Cube, and this movie is more than a movie. It's a movement, and it's more relevant now than when it took place. The close relationship between the two celebs gives even more credit to Ice Cube's revelations. Fans believe that there is something sinister going on with Jamie that can also be dangerous to Cube. This fan said, Ice Cube, God bless and keep you safe. You're right. It irks me that anyone has that kind of power over anyone. We all have a choice without horrible consequences to accept or deny, but there is an evil in Hollywood that many know but won't say. Cube, thank you so much for keeping it real and being your own boss. You're not alone. I pray that God keeps you safe. On the other hand, a few of them are actually calling Ice Cube out for spreading misinformation without concrete evidence. For this fan, Ice Cube is nuts, no doubt about it. Jamie Foxx is fine. And no, there is no relation to Jamie's illness and his COVID injection. Ice Cube is spreading misinformation, as are Trumpers. It is all silly conspiracy theories or QAnon lunacy. Despite all of that, Cube continues to point out the monopoly of Hollywood elites, as well as their terrible work dynamics. He even answered the question of the Illuminati controlling the entire world.
I think they all around. You know, I don't think it's worse than any other profession.
Ice Cube explained that there are people who keep everybody in their places so that they can serve their respective purposes.
It's to keep a construct. It's to keep things working the way they are. To keep certain people relegated to the bottom of the pyramid.
To add to that, back in the day, when Cube was fairly new to the industry, he was quick-witted enough to differentiate between the illicit scheme from the real agenda. Cube realized what the labels wanted from him and cleverly earned his monetary worth. Ice-T summarized it best.
When a label meets an artist, they give them a budget. They choose them and they say, I think you can make me money.
The fact of the matter is that Cube was the only one to openly act on the unrest caused by the untimely demise of George Floyd. In that tough time, Cube soothed the injured black community by releasing a documentary called The Contract of Black America, which showcased the social and political problems of Black America. But despite his belief in Democrats, nothing changed for the wrong.
The Republicans asked could they implement some things from the contract into their proposal.
But the contract proposed by Ice Cube was not at all welcomed by the secret society. According to Cube, they have been troubling him ever since.
Ever since I put out the contract with Black America, they've been fucking with me.
According to Cube, one of the ways they have been coming after him is shutting him and his basketball league out. He has been beefing with the NBA and believes the secret society has a hand in it. The fact of the matter is that Ice Cube is accusing the National Basketball Association of gatekeeping sponsorship and network deals from his Big Three basketball league. He explained his point of view in an explosive podcast. What I want the NBA to do when I say work with us is to stop working against us. The rapper and businessman said in a Twitter video this week, stop doing that behind the scenes that we know you doing. The Big Three League is a 3-on-3 basketball league that runs during the off-season of the NBA and is made up of many retired and fringe NBA players. The league was founded in 2017 by Cube and his longtime business partner Jeff Quatinetz, and despite the feud, he believes things will work out for his league, whether they work with the NBA or not.
Mainstream media, they ain't with us. And that's cool. We can do it ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We still on the rise without these so.
Overall, Cube has always challenged Hollywood elites right in the open. Now that he is at war with the Illuminati, it appears he would do everything in his power to bring them to light.
I'm gonna go talk to everybody, and get a chance to get my message out to the people.
Fans are right beside Ice Cube on this one. As a fan of the Big Three, you have to be honest. It was okay when the Big Three was just small and fun, but the NBA is not going to let them be competitors, because that's money at stake. That's business. Well, the Illuminati are using their forces to inconvenience Cube in any way they can, and it has been happening very discreetly over the past couple of years. In an interview with Joe Rogan on his show Joe Rogan Experience, Cube revealed that his acting career has been sabotaged by the Illuminati in many ways.
All the producers in Hollywood decided that they don't want anybody on their movie set that haven't gotten a vaccine.
HuffPost reported that rapper and actor Ice Cube has reportedly dropped out of the Sony comedy Oh Hell No after producers requested that the entire cast get the COVID-19 vaccine, sources told The Hollywood Reporter. Cube actually suspected foul play in the vaccine and refused the offer.
I never thought it was a producer's mandate. I thought it was a studio mandate.
But it was when the producers started shifting blame amongst themselves that he realized the real problem.
It's every production. So you mean tell me every producer in Hollywood has this mandate? Give me a break.
In the newest episode of the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast this week, Ice Cube revealed his sentiments on losing the acting gig. I turned down a movie because I didn't want to get the fucking jab, he shared, adding, I turned down $9 million because I didn't want to get the jab. Fuck jab, and y'all for trying to make me get it. I don't know how Hollywood feels about me right now. Cube's integrity and loyalty to his beliefs have won the hearts of millions of fans. One such fan expressed his support by saying, now that speaks volumes. Pay attention to someone who rejects $9 million by standing up for their beliefs and not being controlled and being paid off like a puppet. That's what they want him to be. That's someone you need to really pay attention to what they're saying. I much love and respect Ice Cube. But Cube was not done unveiling the Illuminati's shenanigans. Cube even disclosed the secrets behind various Disney movie characters and the theories behind them.
I heard Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, that the dwarves are really your mood swings when you're coming off of cocaine.
With Disney movies such an integral part of our childhood, the backstory behind the dwarfs is rather jarring. Apart from the theories, Cube also went to the Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony and revealed the ins and outs of the industry there. He explained that he had to read his contracts very carefully to prevent the industry from trapping him in twisted games, though all the credit goes to his lawyer.
And he's always kept it 100 with me. He's always made sure that we were smart and we at least got most of our damn money.
Cube further explained that a new agenda has been prevailing in society that has people looking to constantly catch others at fault. Cube responded by saying that such petty arguments are purposely injected into society to keep people busy and divided, as it then prevents them from questioning bigger problems that they could unite and solve. It's just done to really keep us bickering and chasing these words, so they're not really getting to the root of the issues, which are most of the time very common if we really go down to the root of it. Mar implored Ice Cube's idea a bit more, asking the rapper who he thought was dividing society and why. And in response, Cube told Mar to follow the money. I don't know their names, Bill, but if you follow the money, you go high enough, you start to see, Ice Cube said, adding later that there are a lot of dots to connect. But he was simply giving a broad example of how people at the top can manipulate what's going on with the people who are bickering and fighting. Now, according to a fan, the public has been curious about the background of the puppeteers for ages. Been searching for this insider info for a long time. I had always suspected that there was a Soviet council that picks and chooses what kind of pro-crime gangster rap gets marketing dollars and how rappers intuitively have to change themselves to please the record label council. Though there was no shred of evidence to the fans' claims, many in the public firmly believe it. Coming back to Cube, the rapper explained his understanding of the world's system in a podcast video. He elucidated that the government and the system are both corrupt to the core. They are designed to keep the people under their supervision.
We have to think about ourselves. You know, we love all the other races of the world, but at some point we got to figure out how do we get ahead, because everybody's on top of us.
Cube preached his philosophy to the world through his social media. He wrote, "Truth is the ultimate power. When the truth comes around, all the lies have to run and hide." According to him, AI technology is demonic and is destroying young talent. When Cube was asked about his opinion regarding the upcoming generation of rap artists, he revealed that auto-tune and AI technology have destroyed their talent. As they tend to follow the music trends rather than making them, they are devaluing themselves.
I don't know any rappers by their voice no more. I used to know all the rappers just hear their voice, know who that is.
However, Ice Cube believes that now is the time for the next generation's NWA. What we were was honest, and we were brutally honest. And that's what the world needs today. Total honesty, so we can start dealing with some of these problems head on and not be so politically correct. Ice Cube's track record shows that he has tried time and again to bring the secret society to light. At every point in his career, he has stood up against injustice and inequality. The circumstantial evidence is enough to infer that Cube has been on the elite's radar since the beginning and still poses a threat to their proclaimed sovereignty.